So I'm here at South by Southwest, and we just got the most amazing announcement. Zappos has been fabulous, but now we have a new company by Zappos, and we have a female CEO, and I am pleased to announce that. And I'm going to just give the camera back to you, because you stole the whole show here today. So tell us what's happening.
Well, it's really exciting because last year we basically launched a book called Delivering Happiness. Tony Hsieh, Zappos CEO, wrote it, and we launched it. It hit a lot of lists. We're really proud of it. And what we didn't expect was that we got so much feedback from people, not just in businesses, which was really cool.
Right.
Business saying, we can apply happiness as a framework to what we're doing every day as well. But more than that, we got emails and personal stories from people just saying, I want to apply it to where I'm working, which is a hospital or a school or education, in higher education or high school or grade school, government. I mean, just all around the world too. After the book got translated in different languages,
right.
So from this feedback, we just couldn't help but think, there's something here that's more than what we originally thought. It's not just a book anymore. And we did a bus tour. We did cross country, 3 months, 23 cities. It was crazy, but all part of that process was learning about these really personal stories of how this book has affected their lives. So now we were thinking, why is it that it struck a chord? And one of the things that research shows is that people in life generally want to find happiness and find meaning in their lives.
Right.
But as humans, we are actually the worst predictors of what makes us happy. And the book talks about frameworks of how you can find your own personal happiness based on being yourself, being passionate about what you're doing, and having a higher purpose, no matter what it is. I mean, it could be anything, like collecting dandelions to, trying to, create a new company. So that's where we come in, and we want to be this platform. We're calling it like a vessel or a community, basically, where we're hearing from all these people with different stories, different lives, different backgrounds, and we just want to put them together because we all have one shared vision, which is basically we can actually inspire and increase and spread happiness in this world. So that's like the high-level vision of the company.
Very cool. That's very cool. I think one of the things, and maybe this is true, maybe it's not true, but I think that the world is really changing, and it's kind of getting turned inside out because of social media.
Yeah.
So I'm a lot older than you, I think.
No.
And what I saw was, so in the old days I used to work, for very large companies, and they were very top-down management, and people were told what to do and how to think and how to be, and you really couldn't talk back, right? Because you could get fired. And now with social media, there's the voice of the people and the voice of the customer and the voice of the employee. And so, and of course, I am very inspired by what Zappos did, customer service as the revenue generator. I mean, that's like, flipping the funnel upside down. The customer is the most important asset that you have. And so I think that social media is really turning companies, government, education, everything upside down. And I think that the pursuit of what we maybe thought was happiness was maybe that picture of the white picket fence and the house and the dog and the 2 kids and whatever material things we were driving towards, and kind of that promise of this wonderful life if we worked really hard and did good at our job.
Right.
We found false happiness in this, and maybe what you're saying is that we're redefining what our goals and beliefs and objectives are, and they're not so concrete, and they're more of a almost esoteric nature, where if we're connected to something higher than that, that we can find ourselves in, believing in something bigger than ourselves, as some sort of cause, and being connected to that cause then leads to that feeling of happiness.
Absolutely. I think at the end it's just because, yes, now social media is one of the elements of it, but at this time, this day and age, technology, is rampant, and it's there wherever we go. So it all lends to the fact that transparency is a huge thing for delivering happiness, and Zappos has been a great example of that. But basically, just by being true to who you are, whether you're at work or in front of a certain group of people, or just at home, you should be that same person. And then by being that person, you actually start realizing, what are the things that you really feel something for, like what are the daily stuff that you do that you feel passionate about, and then that all kind of lends to like you said, it's like a process to get to that higher purpose of, that makes sense. Whatever it is, like Zappos calls it core values, and I believe it. Myself, it's just like once you figure out what your priorities are in life, then everything else gets easier because those hard decisions aren't hard anymore because, like for me, number one is people,
Right.
community, family, friends.
Yeah.
And so if I make a decision, especially a big one, not based on that, then I know I'm doing something wrong in life. So I
Right.
base it all around those things that actually make me happy, which is the
So you have good boundaries and the people boundary. Because I have a really a poet. His name is David White, and I saw him speak in person, and he said that 60% we leave 60% of ourselves in the car, on the bus, or on the train when we go into work.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really kind of an interesting way to think about that. And so when we go into work, we're not really all there.
Yeah.
Like we don't really like wear the outfit we would normally wear, or comb our hair the same,
Right.
or tell the same jokes, or really not have our whole personality. And I think that's the construct of the top-down command and control kind of,
Totally.
structure of how corporate America or education or government was structured,
Right.
partially from the military sort of organizational structures. And so I think social media giving everybody their own voice back, kind of what the Clue Train Manifesto had talked about was that there's a train coming and watch out, get a clue.
Right,
And
right.
so I think that's kind of the underlying thing, and then you guys turned everything upside down in terms, because I get this all the time. I talk about you guys, and companies go, oh, don't compare us to Zappos. That's terrible. we can't be Zappos. And I go, why not? Why wouldn't you want to be that profitable? Why wouldn't you want to go from 0 to $1 billion in 10 years?
Right.
Like, that's not an excuse in my mind. So
Yeah.
why wouldn't you want to be happy? Why wouldn't you want to be profitable?
Yeah.
So my hat's off to you guys for just really
you.
breaking the barriers, breaking the paradigm, and just shaking it up. I'm so excited to see what you're going to do next.
Thank you.
And a female CEO, dang, that is really cool.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's an exciting time, and like you said, people are just tuning in and being a little bit more aware that this just makes sense. This is not built on, we're not building delivering happiness on, feel good, that kind of.
Right.
It's just actually scientific research. If you figure out the frameworks of happiness for yourself, then you can actually be a happier person and make others happier as well. So.
All right, well, I look forward to our next interview.
Same here. Thank you very much.
I look forward to being on the Happy Buzz.
Yes. See you
And
tonight. We'll be
yes,
here all weekend. So.
yes, I will find you. All right, and we'll chat again soon.
Cool. Thank
Thank you.